Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a lot different than you're normally used to seeing on my channel. This is actually a vlog of me and my family going to the castle of Muskogee, which is located in Oklahoma. My mother-in-law and my Aunt Terry wanted to get all of us together to go visit this castle of Muskogee. This is my first time going to this festival and it was really fun, so I'm really happy that I got some videos to show you guys of what it's all about. We all had fast passes, which meant that whenever we go to the haunted attractions, we didn't have to wait in long lines to be able to go in. We were able to go in pretty quickly. We were hoping to go to the attractions at night so that way everything was more scarier and spookier. So in the meantime, we went to a lot of different gift shops and souvenir places to check some things out. This shop had a lot of dragon coated items, so we were able to find these cute little knickknacks that had these dragons inside of eggs and this cute little tree where you can put them on there for like decorations if you want to buy more than one. I thought these skeleton guys were really cute. It reminded me of whenever I worked in the call center. Now that we saw those cute dragons, we made it over to this skeleton section right here where they had some see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil statues, and they were really cute. And then I looked over to the left and I saw these really cool mugs / cups, and I thought this was so cool. These cups were made very well and were also super sturdy, as you can see. They also have a large variety, so they have the wolves, the mermaids, the unicorns, the skeletons, and there's also this one right here that I liked a lot. It was like the tree of life, and I love those colors that it had. Next, we saw these really cool magic wand looking things, and something else caught my attention. Look at these cute little dragons in a teacup. Aren't these so adorable? They had so many dragon things like I mentioned previously. Like, look at all this. Those dragons playing poker are hilarious. I'm gonna have to go back and get those next time I go. But they also sold a variety of other different things. I was able to see in this corner that they have these really beautiful fairies, and I just love the way their wings sparkled and those colors that they used. And there's my husband showing me that cool skeleton dragon head that he found, and more cute little fairies. Once we left the shop, across from it was this really cool stand. It was actually a perfumery where you got to make your own perfume. They had so many different scents and smells. It was really hard to choose from, but you can smell all of them and see which one you like the most. They didn't just sell that, they also had these really beautiful necklaces as well, and these were all also handmade. My sister-in-law actually found a scent that she was curious about called pimp juice, and we had to smell it. It actually smelled really good. We made it further into the festival to see what else they had, and as you can see, it is still daytime, so there wasn't a lot of people there just yet. And there was this guy who was super nice. He was giving us samples of his root beer, and we ended up buying some as well. The weather was actually pretty good. However, it was a little bit humid because previously it did rain some, and then later on in this video, it did rain some more. But as you can see, it didn't stop people from dressing up in their really cool costumes. We then found this really creepy chapel. When we walked in, we didn't notice that there was a really big possum at the top. It actually looked very terrifying. Honestly, when I walked in, it was super dark. You couldn't even see it. But just look at that. That is very terrifying. They also had a variety of different foods, and this stand caught my attention because of their sign that says grilled cheese sandwich. We didn't get any of the food because previously we had actually had dinner. We went out to eat, so we were still pretty full. And I was able to get a video of this really cool scarecrow guy who worked there, and he was super nice. The Castle of Muskogee has 11 haunted attractions for Halloween. Along with other family-friendly and intense experiences, these attractions range from the family-friendly haunted hayride to the more terrifying Trail of Blood, which you will see later on, with a variety of options available for different scare levels. This escape room was actually pretty cool. I was actually more fascinated with the way the Scooby-Doo game was looking instead of the actual game itself. And as you can see, they put a lot of time and effort into these decorations and the way they painted things. I thought they did such a good job with that. We were making our way to one of the haunted attractions. However, we were not allowed to film inside, so I was not able to record that for you guys. But I will say the performers did such a good job. Everything was super creepy, and they put a lot of time into their props and decorations. And here's a picture of my family that I took. This was after the first attraction. We're still alive. From kids to adults, everyone was so creative with their cool costumes. And as we're making our way to our next attraction, I did find these creepy clowns. During this time, I believe it was about 7:30 or so, and as you can see, it is definitely full. There's a lot of people. And now that it's evening, you can see all the lights and decorations from the festival, and you're able to see more people in their costumes as well. before we went into our next attraction, we wanted to check out this shop called the Wiggly Charming, and they had a lot of really beautiful homemade jewelry. The owners of the shop were really friendly and super welcoming, and my sister-in-law wanted to show me these really cool earrings that she found that she knew that I would like. They did have a variety of different earrings, so if you plan on coming to the festival, definitely check them out. And if jewelry is not your thing, they also do have keychains as well and all sorts of different knickknacks. There was also a lot of different skulls, which are my favorite. And if you're into tarot reading, they did have a really cool shop in there. We didn't go inside because we're not really into tarot readings, but if you are, this is their sign and their shop. There also was a lot of blow-up Halloween decorations, which I love so much. They had so many fun different things, and check out her costume. Isn't it pretty cool? I believe she was one of the workers here, and she was very sweet. Next, we went into this shop, and they had a lot of blow-up Halloween decorations, pumpkins, and all sorts of different things. I love how shops have toys in the entrance because they know that kids are always going to want to buy something, or grandparents in this case definitely want to buy them for their grandkids. I feel like next time I come to this festival, I'm definitely going to bring a wagon or a big tote just to carry things because there was a lot of things that I wanted to buy, but I didn't want to have to carry it all throughout the festival. And we made it to the back where they had all of their stock for the blow-up Halloween decorations, and they had some on display and some still in boxes, and you can see they had a variety of different kinds. Let me know down below if you're into the cute Halloween decorations or the scary, creepy kind, because everybody has those too. You always get those neighbors that have all the scary stuff out there or the ones that have the cute and fun stuff. Once we made it out of the shop, I actually didn't see this guy until I saw him move, and honestly he kind of creeped me out because I thought he was just a shadow or just like a statue. So I was able to get him to trick my aunt, and here's the clip. Terry. And since I tricked my Aunt Terry, she wanted to trick my sister-in-law by pulling the same prank by having her check out the skeletons in the corner, and as you can see, she didn't fall for it. She knew he was already there. And these were the performing skeletons that I had her look. We were fascinated by this stand, which was drawing people. They had options in black and white and in color, and as you can see, there's an artist and she's definitely drawing that lady. I absolutely love this festival, but one of the things that I loved the most was that anywhere you looked, everybody was just enjoying the moment. There were people with their families, with their friends, with their significant others, and no matter where you looked, everybody was doing something different. They had attractions in the festival where there was storytelling, there was parts where there was even a petting zoo, so many different things, people talking to people with costumes, so much fun. I will say if you do plan on coming to this festival, I do recommend coming comfy just because we did a lot of walking and there was a lot of mud because it had rained previously, and since we did some of the attractions, we were also very sweaty as well. And before our next attraction, we actually went into this really cool shop. It was called Magnoodle's Craft Emporium, so we wanted to go ahead and see what was inside. This shop had a lot of fun accessories, and my Aunt Terry wanted to show you guys this really cool mummy beanie that she found. And look at all those fun witch hats. Since it started to rain, these wouldn't be a bad idea. And they also had necklaces for days. They were so beautiful and I almost bought one. But sometimes when I wear necklaces, they tend to tug on my hair, so I was like, let me not risk it. Next, we spotted this really cool shop, and honestly, I think we spent the most time in this one because they had a lot of really cool things. They had blankets, they had posters, they had cups, bags, so many different accessories and fun things. And look at their cup wall. These cups are perfect for those spooky iced lattes. And did I mention that they also had some masks too? They had them on top so that way they weren't as scary, but still they were kind of terrifying. Next, in the same shop, in the back room, they had this dark room that had these beautiful fluorescent paintings and canvases, and they were so beautiful. Just look at them. And to be honest, I kind of regret not buying one of these backdrop canvases for the back of my videos because they had so many fun designs. They pretty much had a little bit of everything for everyone, which I thought was pretty cool. And I also wanted to show you guys my sister-in-law's nails, which also glow in the dark, and they match the paintings. And then we made it over to the blankets. They had a variety of different kinds, and these were the posters that I was telling you guys about. They have some that are spooky, non-spooky, and some that are actually quite funny. I really like this blanket so much because it reminds me of like an 80s, 90s Halloween kind of vibe. I don't know if you see it as well. And those colors were so beautiful and it glowed in the dark. So I'm surprised I didn't have that with the other posters that glowed in the dark. We finally made it to our next attraction, which was the Jester's Revenge. But before we made it in there, we wanted to see what was going on over here. And there were some people that were shooting some arrows, and I got some videos of that. And they also had knife throwing as well, which was really cool. But I was caught off guard with this magical banana. I don't know if he's supposed to be a character from some show or something, but I just called him a magical banana. At this point, we finished the Jester's Revenge and we went ahead and got a snack. We got a drink and some kettle popcorn. And this house caught my attention, and if you want to pause the video to read the sign, it tells you a little bit about why it's called Black House. Next, we're making our way to our last and final attraction, which was the Trail of Blood. And as you can see, everything was very scary, super spooky, and it added more that it was super dark outside. As we were getting closer, I didn't notice that we actually had to ride a bus to make it to the next attraction. I was like, that is actually kind of fun. So I was really excited to get on this bus. They were putting us in groups of, I believe, 20 or 30 people at a time. And as you can see here, I was trying to film as much as I could. We were walking inside the bus. Since I was not able to fully film, I did want to say that this attraction was very spooky because it was mainly in the woods, but I actually didn't quite find it as scary as the other ones. But overall, this was definitely a 10 out of 10 experience. We'll definitely be doing this again. And before I wrap up this video, I did see this cute girl who was dressed up as Poppy's Playtime. And now that we have our snacks, we are fully exhausted now and we're ready to go home. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think of this vlog style. If you guys liked it and want to see some more, or if you just want to see my makeup beauty related content, or if you want to see both, let me know. Hope you guys have a good day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!